family. If you're in or near Columbia, South Carolina, you've got to visit the House of Hathor, located at 6319 North Main Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday, it's your one-stop shop for African clothing, African masks, natural soaps, incense, candles, jewelry, and more. Plus, they've got a beautiful event space. Owned and operated by Baba Rutaski and Mama Neterma Canute. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the culture. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the movement. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the people.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to the House of Hathor's Libation, Liberation, Lifestyle Ceremony. We come to you this day with the message from the Ancestors that continues to bring forth information and instruction, knowledge and wisdom for our temple, our energy, for our vessel, and for the altar that dwells within us. That we continue to be the institution, the industry, and the environment of their great energy, spirit, and soul. And as we continue to honor them, venerate them, and acknowledge the existence that dwells within us, that we become a true representation of their great energy, spirit, and soul. So let us bring the ancestors involved into our daily lives. Let them continue to recognize that we honor them and venerate them and acknowledge all that they have bestowed upon us as we continue to build, manifest, as we continue to create, generate, reflect, and project all of the thoughts, words, and actions that they continue to commit, that they continue to invest into the interests of our enhancements, our increase, and our income and insurance and enhancements. It builds us, it makes us stronger to work and to build and to manifest that which is innate within us. So let us honor them at this time. Let them come into our daily lives so that we may build and manifest and generate in their likeness a better place, a better world than what we inherited. We call upon our ancestors far and near, fathers and mothers of our fathers, mothers and fathers of our mothers, to bear witness to all that we have done. And it is by your example that you continue to inspire us towards reclaiming our ancestral minds, regenerating our ancestral spirit, liberating our families, our homes, and our communities, and restoring our greatness as a people. We pour libation to bring into our midst your venerable ancestral spirit, radiating your great wisdom, your courage, dedication, and your unyielding commitment to victory by any means necessary. It is in the honor of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, our mothers and our fathers, our sisters and our brothers, our children and their children, our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, our aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and elders of the community, that we pour this libation in your honor, in the honor of the Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, and the various manifestations of the creative spirit. We pour libation. Ashe. For our esteemed ancestors who laid the foundation for human civilization and who provides the wisdom to which we live and the models by which our lives are guided, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who suffered the atrocities and the horrors of our Ma'afa, but yet demonstrated the victorious power of the ancestral spirit by maintaining their dignity no matter the cost, we pour libation. Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who survived and made it possible for us to be here today, to continue on the valiant fight of our ancestral liberation and our vindication, we pour libation. Ashe. And finally, for our children and their children and future generations of our ancestors to come, that they too in their time will vindicate our race from all adversaries, and that they will continue to imprint upon the world the great genius of our ancestral humanity. We pour libation. Ashe. May your venerable spirit engulf this occasion to reaffirm our ancestral canity. It is done. The great ancestor of all ancestors is satisfied. Ashe. 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 Dua Nater. So we say peace and power, Hotep, to you all this day, my brothers and sisters, as we continue to live, love, and learn the processes of life that has been guaranteed to us, that it continues to bring forth our knowledge, our wisdom, our information and instruction, as life and nature brings clarity and understanding through harmony, balance, and order. And that harmony, balance, and order, that knowledge and that wisdom comes to us each and every day, that we continue to honor them, as we continue to venerate them, and as we continue to acknowledge them. And so the ancestors today ask us, how often do we cleanse? How often do we absolve ourselves from the negative energy that is absorbed each and every day that we live, love, and learn our processes? Because see, the cleansing is about letting go of all negativity, letting go of all obstacles and hurdles, letting go of all chaotic aspects of life that continues to surround us. We cannot get rid of the negativity that will surround us or that may be around us, but are we allowing it to enter into our vessels, our altars, and our temples? Are we absolving and cleansing ourselves on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, a yearly basis, so that we can walk, so that we can speak, so that we can think, so that we can do what is required of us, what our commitment is to our energy, our spirit, and our soul? Because see, the negativity will continue to work against us. It is designed to work against our identity, our frame of reference, our awareness. It is designed to work against it. And so as people come into our circles, as people come to us for advice, for guidance, energy is transferred between one form to the next. And unless we continue to cleanse ourselves of the work that we're doing, because we know that we are working with negative energies that are all around us, whether it be our children, our family, our community, and even ourselves, as the negative energy continues to try to find a crack within your temple, your altar, and your vessel. The negative energy is going to find the weakness within you to see if we can change your position, to see if the negative energy can change you from your true self, from your inversion, so that you become a version of that negative energy. That is what the negative energy does. It works every minute, every moment, every hour, every day, every month, every week, and every year. So that means that we have to make sure that we're standing strong every day so that we can take on anything that will come our way, any type of negative energy that comes against us. And then at the end of the day, are we cleansing ourselves on a daily basis? What do you do to cleanse yourselves, absolve yourselves, detach yourselves from all negative energy that you may come against each and every day? It can be the conversations that we're having. It can be the distractions or the attractions that is outside of yourself. It can be anything that takes you away from your true self as a spiritual being having human experiences. You see, the human experiences is where the negativity, that's where it is taking place. The human experiences is where we find ourselves attached to on a daily basis. Our human experiences challenge us to see if we're going to stand firm within our spirit, if we're going to stand firm within the soul of our interdependence, our interrelationships, our interactions, our intercommitments that we have with the spirit, the energy, and the soul that brings us everything that we need, because it invests in us. It invests in the interest. The interest is our enhancements, our increase, and our enrichments and our enhancements. That is the investment that our ancestors invest within the interest that we share. It is what we value. It is the principles of life that governs all of our thoughts, words, and actions. And when we stand firm on those things and we cleanse ourselves, we absolve ourselves, we detach ourselves from that negative energy that we take on a daily basis, that is where the battle is. We are spiritual beings. We are spiritual warriors that are fighting battles every day. And we have to arm ourselves with the spirit of our ancestors and the spirit, the energy, and the soul of the Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors that dwells within us. That is what this breath of life is for. That is what the thoughts that you have is for. That is what you speak on a daily basis so that your actions reflect as well as project those thoughts, words, and actions that you commit yourself to on a daily basis. And as the negative energy continues to come your way, because it will come every moment of the day of the week, every week of the month, and every month of the year, and for the rest of our years, as we are living the experiences that the ancestors have given to us, so that we can bring balance, harmony, and order to everything that exists within us as well as without us. So we must continue to do the work, and knowing that we are in a battle with our spirit, because the spirit is the one that brings us everything that is required of us. And that spirit takes on the battles that it must do in the spirit. And we don't see the battles that spirit is fighting for us. We don't recognize those battles that is fighting for us, because when we make great decisions, when we make the decision to do the work, that is only because the spirit has fought the battle for you within the spirit, because you are acknowledging it, you're giving way to it, you are committing yourself to it, you are submitting yourself to it, and you are admitting that you don't know everything and that you need the spirit to guide you. You need the spirit to counsel you. You need the spirit to hold you accountable for the positives and the negatives that may come your way, and that you are giving way to the positive so that you can do the work and be that vessel, that altar, and the temple that the spirit used to do the work that you are required to do. That is your commitment. That is what you're honoring. That is what you're venerating. And that is what you're acknowledging every day, that we pour libation to our ancestors, that we are asking them to come into our lives, to protect us, guide us, and nurture us, and to help cleanse us of all negativity that may come our way each and every day. So we say peace and power to you all, my brothers and sisters. Continue to be the vessel. The vessel only does the work. You are the institution, you are the industry, and you are the environment that the spirit dwells within. And you go within yourself, to your altar within yourself, to commit, admit, and submit yourself to the great ancestor of all ancestors, and to the ancestors that dwells within you. Peace and power to you all, and ashe to our ancestors.